guys, how are y'all doing? Hey Kim, how are you? Let me know if you guys can hear me and everything looks okay. Hey, let's see, can I wave to y'all? Yeah. Hey Brittany, how you doing? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this towel down. Hey Devora. Hey Akita. Hi KY Peach. Ooh, San Diego. Ooh, y'all, look at this. I just deep conditioned. This feels good. This feels real good. All right, so I guess you guys can hear me good because nobody's saying that you can't. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into this live. But I asked you guys what products that you wanted me to try, and I'm so happy you chose this one because this is the one that I actually wanted to try. I love this leave-in conditioner, but I've used it like 3 times and I haven't used this in a really long time. So today I'm going to be using the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Leave-In Conditioner. And yeah, I love this one too. This gave me one of my best wash and goes way back when, and I think I revisited it like once after that, and then I just never used it again. So I'm excited to be trying that out again, and I'll do my part for my wash and go later. So I'm just gonna go ahead and section my hair, and like I said, start this live because I'm really excited to tell you guys about something that has been changing in my life and something that I've been looking for a long time, and that's manifesting opportunities and manifesting the life that I know I was meant to live, and not just kind of surviving, but actually thriving and flourishing. And yes, I am going to mix it with something. I'm going to mix it with this Believe In by DevaCurl. I'm not using an oil today. That's something that I'm changing in my regimen recently, is I've been kind of taking a step back from oils to see if I can get more volume and less product buildup. So these are the 2 products that I am using today, and we'll see how the product combo goes because I've never tried this together. But yeah, so back to what I was talking about. So recently I've been seeing a really big shift in like the type of opportunities that I've been having access to, and just like the days and like the energy around my life. And I feel like a lot of that has been around because I recently did that Be Her challenge. Let me know in the comments if you guys remember when I was talking about that on my Instagram stories, when I said that I did like this 5-day challenge and it was like transformational. Like I was emotional for a whole week. Like I was so sensitive for a whole week because like all the things I was tapping into were coming to the surface. Hey you guys, let me wave back. But yeah, and a part of the Be Her challenge, it's kind of a little bit like the law of attraction. It's really not, but it's like it has similar, I guess, just similarities. And if you guys know what the law of attraction is, leave it in the comments if you've ever heard of it or if you've ever tried to practice it. But it's basically like manifesting like things from your mind. Like you think and then you become. And so I have been trying the law of attraction method, and I'm not gonna lie, like I did have some success with it. Kim says that she's heard of it or she's tried it. I had some success with the law of attraction, but I mean, I don't know. I saw something, but it was hard to sustain it because you have to continuously like convince yourself like, you know, I'm abundant or I am flourishing. Like you have to constantly like convince yourself. And what the key factor was for me in actually like getting the manifesting things, I've tried LOA. So Danny's tried it. But what really made the difference for me was not trying to convince myself of it, not reciting mantras like every single day or like, you know, trying to make myself believe something, but actually like feeling what I already am. And that's true for all of us. Like I feel like we're all energy. We're all energy, and inside everybody is eternal bliss, eternal love, just internal peace. Like you have that inside of you already. So instead of trying to like reach out to something externally and grab that and try to get your peace and your happiness from that, when you turn into yourself and really just feed from your own energy and then you put that out there, it comes back to you. But you have to feel it. And that really was what made the difference for me. I began to feel like I'm abundant. I began to feel like I'm light. I began to feel like I am peace. And when I started to feel that way, it shifted how I responded to people. It shifted how I moved. Like when I was going through the Be Her challenge with Curly Nikki, I didn't like to rush like anywhere. Like if I was running late for something, I would just be late, because when I would rush, I would feel like the anxiety creeping up in my mind, and then like negative thoughts, and then I wouldn't be able to like feel the peace that I am. So I would wouldn't walk slowly, but I would walk with intention. Like if I felt my mind starting to race, I would slow my mind down and really just again focus on the peace and the bliss that I naturally am. And something with that challenge that I liked was it made you constantly think about it, because you can easily, oh, you guys want to be in my video? I'll answer that. I'll probably answer it at the end. I guess let me know, do you have questions, Kimberly and Devorah? Is that why you guys want to join the live? But because I had to constantly like think about it, like I would set a notification every 30 minutes on the hour or on the 30-minute mark to remember like who I am, like to remember that I am peace. So if I did find myself slipping, maybe I saw something online that kind of made me feel some type of way, or you know, my husband said something to me that made me a little upset, I would have a timer that would go off every 30 minutes to remind me to remember that I have the peace inside of me. And I did that, I think I did that challenge like 3 weeks ago. I'm just spraying water. Sorry, I should be telling y'all this. I just have water, y'all. I did that probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I want to say. And ever since then, I've been finally feeling that thing that people talk about when they're doing the law of attraction, how like things come easily and effortlessly to them. I've finally been feeling that. Like things really just, they just come. And another thing, I'm going to go ahead and start putting this in my hair, by the way. The Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Leave-In. Another thing that I had been meditating on and really praying about is discernment. So when these like opportunities come my way, just because an opportunity comes your way doesn't mean that it's right for you. Just because somebody reaches out to you doesn't mean you should work with them. If you're a creator or just in any type of business. And so I had been meditating on discernment, and I've been natural for 8 years, top notch, Kimberly. I had meditated on discernment, and I could feel it. Like when people would reach out to me, like hit my email box, hit my DMs, like I would know exactly what felt right. Like I could feel the energy, and I would know, because I was also aligned with who I was, I knew who was going to help me become a better person and help me grow, and I could also help them grow, and who it really wasn't worth any time because we weren't aligned together. So that is something that I finally had a breakthrough on, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you also have been trying to like live your best life and manifest abundance, and you've been having issues with it, feeling it makes a hell of a lot more difference than like trying to convince yourself over and over again. So yeah, that's my little 2 cents on that. Let me know what you guys think about that. But I see that y'all are asking hair questions. So I'll go ahead and answer any hair questions that you have. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. While I'm putting in this leave-in conditioner. And I don't want to put in too much. And I also want to make sure that I am gentle with my hair as I'm talking to y'all. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. But yeah, like October has really been the best month. Well, one of the best months that I've had this year. I need to practice discernment. Girl, it makes a difference, let me tell you, because I spent a lot of time like spinning my wheels trying to work with everybody, trying to go after every opportunity that came my way, or even that I saw, like trying to pitch. And like in an effort to grow, in an effort to like really, I guess, build my brand. And recently I've learned that like just kind of being with yourself and knowing who you are will give you that discernment that you need. I really understand where you're coming from. When will you be getting your hair cut? I made my appointment November 5th, I think. It's Monday. So the beginning of November, I'm going to get my hair cut. I'm excited. I'm actually I'm getting a little scared now, y'all, because like at first, when I was first talking about it, I needed to trim so bad that I was ready to cut all my hair off. Like I didn't even care. And I recently gave myself a trim, so now my hair is acting right and it's good. So now I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna cut my baby off. Like, I don't know how much she's gonna cut off. I'm really gonna let her, like, she's a very like professional person. So I'm gonna let her tell me what she thinks. She's the professional. Of course, I'm gonna be like okay with it, but I'm gonna let her do her thing and then we'll see what happens, because I really want volume. Like, all of my hair is just one sheet, and that was a goal of mine, but now that I've gotten that goal, I'm kind of just like, okay, this is cool, but it's also a little boring. So let me go back. As somebody said, I need to, Barefoot Contessa, I need to learn how to nurture my light outside of trying to do that for others. You know what? When you commented on my post yesterday, it made me think, you kind of reminded me of myself, because I find that it can be easier to like build somebody else up than to build your own self up. And that's how I always been. Like, I'm a nurturer, I'm an encourager, I'm a cheerleader. Like, I love to do that. But as I've gotten older, there have been points in my life when I did that more for people than myself. And I was stagnant, but cheering everybody else's growth on. I didn't really know like how to get my own growth. And something that woke me up was when I realized I was doing that, I got a message from someone about how that can be destructive. And if you're not really like pouring into yourself, especially like, first of all, you can't genuinely like be of service to others if you're not full within yourself. But then also, like, you're important. Like, you're the most important person in your life, no matter what's going on outside of family, outside of your partner. Like, it's you, and if you believe in God, it's God. But you're the most important person in your life, and you deserve to pour into yourself. Like, in order for you to make the moves that you want to make, you have to pour into yourself. And recently, a part of the reason why this month has also been such a good month for me is because I've let go of some of the dead weight that I've had in relationships. Like, relationships that I really didn't want to get rid of because I felt like I needed them, or not even that I needed them, I felt like I was supposed to have them, I guess. And the amount of energy, like, there's only so much time in the day. So if you're spending time like recovering from the after effects of like talking to somebody who makes you feel like crap, or if you have a toxic relationship with someone, somebody who just makes you doubt yourself, the energy that you spend into building yourself back up after those conversations is energy that you could spend actually like flourishing if you never had that conversation, or if you were never around that person. So yeah, that was, I don't know where that came from, but that was just something I also wanted to touch on, because letting go of that dead weight is helping me like fly right now. Your hair is beautiful. Same. I'm such a supporter and my own worst critic. Yeah, girl, I think we all are. Y'all don't know how much content I think about. Sometimes I even film it and I don't even put it out because I get in my own way. And that's really what I'm trying to stop doing. So I'm going to take this Believe In. I'm only going to take a little bit to start because I do want this to be voluminous. So I'm just going to emulsify that down. And I'm just going to smooth it in because it's a styler. It's not really supposed to be like a moisturizer. Ooh. What is that? Don't y'all hate when you're doing your hair and then like shed hair comes out? Ugh, I hate that. Let me see. Look at some of these comments. Let's see. Get some of these creeps out of here. So true, you are preaching, girl. I need to find my church fan. Yeah. And I think boundaries are so important. As you get older, of course, like we all learn and grow. Like the more you, gosh, what is up with this piece of hair? Let me get this out real quick. But yeah, like setting boundaries with people and not letting people like take from you. Oh my gosh, like I didn't realize how much I was allowing people to like kind of like drink from my light until I let some of those relationships go, and I just felt happy all the time. Like I felt like joyful, I felt light, and then I can feel the difference. Like when I'm around people, I can feel the energy shift. I can feel me having to put more effort into maintaining my own light. And with all the stuff that I want to do, it's just not worth it. Somebody asks, what are single strand knots? The shed hair wash trying to style coming out is a pain. Yeah, it really is. Single strand knots are when you have just like your hair kind of knots on itself. So it kind of forms, you can't even see this because my hair is so fine. It forms an actual knot on your hair strand. So like one strand of hair has formed a knot. And they're normal. They're nothing to freak out about, but like every once in a while you will need to trim your hair to keep them at bay and to keep them from being too much of a pain. So how I feel about this product combo so far, honestly, I don't know, y'all. I don't know how this gonna come out. It feels kind of like, I mean, it feels good. It feels soft. Maybe I feel like it's not really defining. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it feels really soft and really moisturized, but I don't know how much it's defining, but we shall see. Let me check some of these comments. Coaches need coaches too. Yes, very true. I love all your videos. Thank you so much, Ash Cat. I see Trini in here. Okay. Alrighty, so I am going to move on to hair questions. So if you guys have any hair questions, I know fall is coming up. Candy says, how long? What do you mean, Candy? But yeah, I know fall is coming up. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. How long does the style last? My wash and go will really last probably like 3 days, and then like on day 4 it'll be really, really big, and I could probably wear it for another day. But after day 4, it's time to detangle my hair. So usually I'll detangle, or I'll just like stretch my hair so that it doesn't get too tangled. And I'm just putting water on my hair. But okay. So before I actually got on this live, somebody asked me a hair question in my comments, and they were asking me, do you think that you should pre-poo with an oil before you shampoo? And my thoughts on that is, number one, when it comes to anything related to hair or something personal to you, I think you should do what works best for you. But in my opinion, I feel like pre-pooing with an oil is not something that's going to be beneficial for your hair, especially if you have low porosity or medium porosity hair. And the reason why I say that is because some of the like natural hair techniques that we have right now are techniques that people came up with back when like the market really didn't serve us, back when hair products really used to dry curly hair and natural hair out because they had sulfates or synthetic ingredients. And I feel like pre-pooing was something that was like an answer to that. Like, because the shampoo is so stripping and so drying, I'm gonna put the oil on my hair to kind of protect it, so as it cleanses the oil and my hair, it's like a little bit of balance. But now, because we have so many like quality products that aren't drying, so many quality shampoos that really can moisturize your hair without drying it out, I don't find that pre-pooing with an oil is necessary, and it actually can be detrimental because it can cause product buildup on your hair when your hair isn't really getting properly cleansed by your shampoo. Again, especially if you have low porosity or medium porosity hair. So I feel like if you want to keep your hair moisturized while you're shampooing, just get a quality moisturizing shampoo and have a really good moisturizing treatment, and you should be good. But if you have high porosity hair, then I would kind of understand, again, and that's when it kind of comes into what works best for you. If you have high porosity hair and your hair is really susceptible, one, it may be damaged or may be color treated, and it easily loses moisture, then you may still need to protect your hair with a pre-poo with oil. But that's a kind of a personal thing. So a part of the reason why I have my curl coaching sessions open right now is to help people who need more than just general advice. Like, of course, like, YouTube videos are amazing. I learned a lot about my hair through YouTube videos, but I learned more about my hair when I stopped like listening to people's general advice, and I just actually learned my hair. And that's how I was able to grow my hair this long. I got plateaued at about bra strap length back in 2015, and once I stopped listening to other people and just put in the time to understand what my hair needed, I built a regimen that I've been using pretty much since 2015. Like, I just kind of switched some products up every once in a while. And I may update something when I learn something new, like not using oil if you want more volume. But I pretty much have my routine down because I actually understand my hair. So what my curl coaching sessions are about is helping people to understand their hair, information that pertains directly to them, so you don't have to kind of sift through all the general information online. So I do have, I have my curl sessions open right now, and I'm pretty sure that I know what my bundles are going to be, but I just want to get kind of like a feel for how people are enjoying the sessions. So what I'm going to be doing is actually offering them at a discounted rate for about 2 to 3 people. And in exchange for a testimony or in exchange for you just to tell me how you like the experience. And we'll work together for a month. We'll do 3 like virtual sessions where we talk one-on-one. And I think that would be really, really fun. So if you're interested in that, I have a link in my bio where you can drop your name and your email, and I'll reach out to you about that. And if you're already on my email list, I'm going to be emailing you guys soon. So let me go back and answer these questions. Let me just see what y'all are saying. I see Akita in here. I see Patricia. Yeah, I saw that you had asked it, Patricia, and I wanted to make sure I answered it. And I was going to go back and answer your comment on my post as well. I never pre-pooed before yet. If you've never done it, girl, don't even worry about it. Like, if your hair is fine, don't even feel like you have to add an extra step, because wash day is already a process. But let me see. I saw Danny asked, do you steam or use a heating cap or a bonnet dryer attachment? Do you steam or use a heating cap or a bonnet dryer? So I use a hard bonnet dryer. I've been using that since 2009. That's my favorite way to deep condition. But I recently have been learning more about steaming and how it can be really good at, not only like for your hair health, but for your scalp health, which is what it was originally made for. Like, steaming is supposed to basically impart water molecules into your scalp. It makes your scalp more healthy, which makes your hair more healthy. And it can also really help with curl elongation and kind of de-intensifying your shrinkage if your hair is shrinking because it's dehydrated. So I want to try steaming. I usually get it when I go to the salon, but I've never done it at home. So right now I just deep condition with a plastic cap under a bonnet dryer. How do y'all deep condition? Do you steam or do you use a blow dryer attachment? Sometimes I actually use a heat cap too, but I prefer the bonnet dryer because I feel like I can just get all around heat and my hair really gets to like marinate in the heat. Okay, let's see. Akita says you are dropping the gems. I can only imagine how your one-on-one coaching is. Yeah, I think one of my favorite things is talking about hair. Like, I will talk about hair all day. Sometimes people will stop me like in the store, or they'll ask me questions like when I'm out, and we'll have like a 20-minute conversation about all these different like tools and techniques that they could try. So I just love talking about hair, y'all. How can I be part of the coaching process? I have a link in my bio where I'm just taking your name and your email address, and once you leave that in the form, I'll reach out to you about the coaching. Let's see. Do you offer group coaching based on hair types like 4C in a group, etc.? That is a wonderful, wonderful idea. Is that something that you guys will be interested in, like group coaching, where maybe it'll be like 3 people and then me, so it'll be 4 of us, like in a virtual call talking about like hair techniques that work for your specific hair type or hair identity. I like to say that because hair type can mean anything. Curly haired Veggie says, hello. Okay, so I see some people want to come into the live. Let me see. Hopefully it works. Oh, wow. Okay. So I see that you guys are saying heat cap, so convenient. Yeah, you get to chill. How long do you sit under the bonnet dryer when you deep condition? I sit under the bonnet dryer for 30 to 45 minutes. I kind of go overboard. You really don't have to sit there that long, but I've always done that. So that's what I do. I like to really let my hair marinate. Plastic cap, bonnet dryer. I've used a hooded dryer and you don't like it. Oh, why not? Is it because you have to sit there? I can see that might be like an issue for some people. I steam or use my heat cap. I steam and I use a blow dryer attachment. I use a hot head. Okay. You deep condition in the shower and I finish my shower. I'm kind of lazy. Is that bad? Well, I know for some deep conditioners, you should let them sit for at least, I think 20 minutes is like the maximum amount of time that your hair can absorb moisture. So your hair may not be getting as much moisture as it could be, but if your hair is moisturized and it's working for you, I wouldn't worry about it. But if you find that your hair is still like dry, then yeah, maybe deep conditioning a little bit longer than 10 minutes could be helpful. Let's see. And that was for Mrs. Nelson. Yes. Oh. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that timer that went off, that's the remember who you are timer that I was telling you about. And it goes off every 30 minutes. What hair type are you, even on cool? Okay, so my hair type is fine strands. I'm low porosity. I have normal density, and let me think, fine strands, low porosity, normal density. And then my actual like curl pattern is, it ranges from tight S waves to loose S waves. And also in some sections my hair does like curl up into a spiral. And some of them are like, most of my spirals are a little bit tighter. So I have a range of curl patterns, and I feel like your porosity and your hair strand thickness are really like the determining factors as to what products you should be using and what techniques you should be doing in your hair care. Is it okay if you leave a deep conditioning treatment on for more than 30 minutes? Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is. Like, your hair can only absorb so much moisture, so once it's absorbed what it needs, it'll usually stop. If you're leaving something on your hair overnight, that can be an issue. If you're constantly like leaving deep conditioners in your hair overnight, it can cause high growth fatigue. But if you're just leaving a deep conditioner on for like 45 minutes to an hour, yeah, that's fine. And I'm putting the Believe in now, and it feels a little bit better. Yeah, it feels a little bit better. Okay, so how do you know if you have low or high porosity? What is porosity? Porosity is your hair's ability to absorb moisture. So the way that you know if you have low or high porosity is, if you have low porosity, it's really hard for moisture to get in your hair, but once the moisture is in your hair, it stays because your hair cuticle lies flat. And if you have high porosity, your hair cuticle is very open, so it's easy for moisture to get into those cuticles, but then also easy for moisture to leave those cuticles because they're so open. So the way that you know if you have low porosity or high porosity or medium porosity is if when you're in the shower and you're wetting your hair down, if it takes you like 5 to 7 minutes to really get your hair fully saturated, that usually means that you have low porosity hair because it's hard for water to get into your hair. But if you have high porosity hair, your hair is like instantly drenched when you have water. Also, high porosity hair, thicker products sink into your hair really well. And with low porosity hair, like, you may find that lighter, more like runny products work better. Kind of like the products that I'm using today, they're a little bit more lightweight. And you can also do like a porosity test. Some people think that that doesn't work, but it worked for me and it works for a lot of people. You can take some of your clean hair strands and put them into a room temperature glass of water. And depending on whether, if it floats or sinks, it determines whether or not you have high porosity hair. So I'm gonna let some of the people who are trying to get into the live come in. Let's see if this works, y'all. Alrighty. So for those of you guys who couldn't hear, she basically was just asking, is it okay to use a hair milk? And I was just saying that if you have medium porosity hair to high porosity hair, then yeah, your hair probably would prefer hair milks over, or just might like them, not even like over something, just might like them. And the Mielle Organics avocado hair milk is one that I really, really like. All right, so what product are you using? I'm using the Shea Moisture Leave-In Conditioner and the Diva Curl Believe In. And I'm just gonna see if you have any questions, just let me know. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I think I got everybody. Okay, cool. But yeah, so far with this product combo, I mean, I don't know, y'all. We're gonna see if it turns out okay. It feels, I know it's moisturizing because the Shea Moisture Leave-In is really, really moisturizing. And Shea Moisture is a brand where it can be a little bit hit or miss for me. Like, I never really was like a Shea Moisture head, you know, and everybody loves Shea Moisture. A lot of their products didn't work for me because I am low porosity and they would be a little bit too thick. Like that Manuka Honey Deep Conditioner, I bought that 2 times and tried to make it work for my hair. And the only deep conditioner that ever really worked for me was the Fruit Fusion Weightless Mask. It's like, you don't really hear a lot about it, but it's a really, really good mask, or it used to be, because it kind of stopped working for me, if I'm going to be honest. And once that mask stopped working for me, I kind of just gave Shea Moisture a break because I was just like, I don't know really what's going on with them. But they do have a few products that I actually like and my hair benefits from. And the Jamaican Black Castor Oil line is one of them. I really, really like this leave-in. Like, it's very moisturizing and it's still lightweight. Also, their Sasha Enchi Repair Deep Conditioner. I still like that. I did also like their Red Palm Oil, line, that one was good, and it actually did work. It's supposed to help like elongate your curl pattern, and it did. So some things from Shea Moisture work for me, but not everything. What do y'all think about Shea Moisture? Do y'all use them still, or are y'all done with Shea Moisture? Where can I find the water bottle you are using? If you have a question, you can just leave it in the comments. The water bottle that I'm using, I got this from Target, but you can find them. They're all over now. They're on Amazon. They're at the beauty supply store, but the one I have is the Curl Keeper H2O water bottle. And it's cool. I like it because I don't have to keep pumping it. But the thing about this is you don't just push it once. Well, that kind of works. Oh, actually, it does work like that. Okay, I've been using this thing wrong, y'all. So yeah, you push it once and it missed out like that. All right, so let's see some of these questions. I just bought my first wig, so I have options. I have not, just because that's like a whole nother world I would have to learn about. So I've never worn a wig, but I used to want to wear wigs so I could keep my hair braided like throughout the winter months and not have to worry about the cold at all, so I could maximize my length retention as much as possible, but I never got into it. All right, let's see. What is your opinion on coconut water in hair? I have never tried coconut water in my hair, but I mean, coconut water is high in actual just regular water, so I feel like it would, if it works for you and it's a plus for your hair, then you can use it. But I've never tried coconut water in my hair. I would just give it a try and see how it works. Hey Kenya, it's TT Lola. Hey T Lola. I only like the Manuka Honey Deep Conditioner. Have you ever used rice water on your hair? Have not. And I hear a lot of people talking about rice water for hair growth. I know that's like one of the things that are really blowing up right now. And I mean, when you really, I don't have a problem with it. I definitely don't have a problem with it. But a lot of like the different like techniques and like all the different like just things that you can do to maximize your hair growth, I feel like sometimes it can be a little bit exhausting. Like if you keep your hair scalp healthy, if you're using things that keep your hair moisturized, if you're addressing like issues as they come up, like if you have like an itchy scalp or if your hair is breaking off, then you will retain length and your hair naturally grows. Like everybody's hair grows unless they have some type of medical issue. So that's why I don't really try a lot of like the I don't know what to call them, like I don't know what to call them, but I don't really try a lot of things like that because it's a lot to focus on. And I feel like if you do a lot of like changing up in your regimen, you can actually hurt your hair retention and your hair like moisture levels as opposed to just sticking what already works for you. You guys say no, you don't use Shea Moisture. Some of y'all love Shea Moisture. Okay. Try the new spray leave-in by Shea Moisture. Are you talking about that blue and pink one? I think I have that. The Miracle is supposed to be like a response to the Miracle leave-in. Somebody said, my hair is dry. How can I tell if it's from too much protein or too much water? I don't do protein treatments. However, I'm not sure if it's in the products I use. Most likely, yes. There's a lot of protein in the products that are marketed towards curly hair. I meant too much moisture or too much protein. The way that you can tell if you have too much protein in your hair is if when your hair is dry, it just snaps, like there's no elasticity to it. It just snaps in half because it's lacking moisture. But then when you wet it, your hair is really soggy and mushy and has no type of shape or form. That would be protein overload. And if your hair is too moisturized, like if it's over moisturized, it'll have too much elasticity. Like it'll just stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch and never break. And it'll also be like that just strange, stretchy, like mushy feeling. And there's no type of structure to it. So if your hair is super, super soggy and mushy when it's wet, then you most likely have protein overload. And if your hair is just always like bendy with no type of structure, then you have moisture overload. What do you think about aloe vera juice? I think aloe vera is I like it. It doesn't work that well in my hair, but I do like just the healing properties that aloe vera has and how you can use it as an alternative to water. What do you recommend for products on your scalp? Does conditioner and oils go on your scalp or just your actual hair? I recommend not putting anything on your scalp if you can help it. So conditioner definitely doesn't go on your scalp. It's just for your hair to help moisturize and condition it. If you want to put anything on your scalp, I would put water on your scalp, and that's going to help hydrate it and just help also clarifying and shampooing your scalp to remove any oil or any product buildup is going to help bring your pH down and really just balance your scalp out. Now, if you have a dry scalp, like if your hair is tight and it just feels like it needs some type of lubrication, I would recommend a really, really light oil. Like carrot oil is really nourishing and fatty. Avocado oil is really good. Almond oil is one of my favorites. That one's really good as well. And if you want something super, if you wear your hair straight or blown out, grapeseed oil works well. But I wouldn't use like something heavy like coconut oil or Jamaican black castor oil or olive oil on your scalp because it's just going to clog your pores. And also it could cause you to have like just itchiness. And that's the most annoying thing. I've suffered from that for a long time. So yeah, don't put anything on your scalp unless it's a lightweight oil, and just use a little bit like every 2 days or so, if that. Let's see. What do you recommend? Thank you. You're welcome, Cynthia. Any tips for wearing wash and goes when your hair is prone to single strand knots? I love my natural curl pattern. However, I often feel forced to rock stretch styles to prevent excess tangles. That is a really good question, Summer Lovin'. Your name is cute. I feel the same way. And honestly, that's kind of something that I'm trying to figure out. Some of the solutions that I've found for hair that really tangles easily, like fine hair, when it comes to wash and goes, is if you're going to wear a wash and go, you can't wear it for like, you can't let your hair get so tangled. Like wear it for the amount of time, so like right before it gets tangled, and then go ahead and either detangle your hair or stretch your hair with a twist out or like braid your hair up. But I find like with my wash and goes, I don't have that many tangles until day 3 and day 4. So my solution is just to detangle my hair before it gets to the point of tangling. But I'm not really sure if you really can stop your hair from tangling. That's one of the things that I'm just really trying to find an answer for, because I feel like you should be able to enjoy your natural curl pattern. You shouldn't have to alter your natural curl pattern to like retain length, you know? So I'm trying to find the answer to that myself, basically is what I'm trying to say. But detangling more frequently when you're having wash and goes. And also, let me see, what else? Maybe just making sure your hair is super moisturized, so your hair isn't like trying to pull moisture from the environment and opening up, and that would cause more tangles as well. So having super moisturized hair and then just detangling before it gets, you know, out of control. Let me know if that helps. H2O is your best friend. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, you guys, so I am finishing up. I was not even paying attention to my hair. I'm going to be real honest. But, I mean, really, when I do my wash and goes, I just rub product in. There's no rhyme or reason to it. So I'm going to probably diffuse my hair. Maybe. I haven't diffused in a long time. But I want this to dry quickly. So I'm going to probably like let it air dry for about 30-45 minutes. And then it's almost 9 p.m. My goodness. And then I'll probably show you guys the results like on Instagram stories. I may make a post on Instagram and just share how the combo worked. Thank you guys for helping me choose what products that I wanted to use. But yeah. Whew. Do you use the main choice at all? I don't. Not because I don't like them, just because none of their products have made it into like my consistent roundup of products. If you get what I'm saying, like my go-tos. Let me think. Is there really nothing? Something I love from them is their 4-leaf clover leave-in. That I never really got to experience the whole bottle because it was sent to me, and it wasn't sent by them. It was sent by somebody else. but when it was sent to me, it leaked in the package, so I only got to use it like 2 times, but I really, really loved it. Like, that was a great, great leave-in. I would purchase that leave-in, like, again, with my own money. But outside of that, I haven't really found anything that I just absolutely love. But I feel like their ancient Egyptian collection might be something that I would love. And somebody says, any tips for winter hair care? Yes, I just filmed a video on that, and that should be going live on my channel this upcoming week. But I'll say, like, one of my main tips with winter hair care is to not think that you just need to use thicker products and that's going to solve your moisture problems. Because if your hair doesn't like thicker products, it's only going to make your hair more dry and more susceptible to breakage and dehydrations with the cold months happening. So I think if you're looking for more moisture, you should install that moisture into your hair when you're washing and conditioning your hair by using a moisturizing shampoo or a clarifying shampoo to get rid of your product buildup. And also when you're deep conditioning, using a really good deep conditioner that just works for your hair to give you that moisture that you need and doing that treatment. And then just being consistent with that washing and styling regimen. So someone says the Believe In with Natty Naturals leave-in was life. Okay. I'm going to be real sad if this doesn't come out how I like it. My crown, I'll show you guys what it looks like. I have to kind of shift my hair over, but my crown just doesn't feel... I feel like I need more. It's just more and more. Somebody says, how many hours does it take you to do your hair a wash ago? It doesn't take me long to style my hair. It takes me long to detangle and wash my hair. But I can do a wash and go in about 30, 45 minutes. I just styled my hair completely on camera with y'all. So yeah, and it doesn't take my hair long to dry either. This will most likely be nearly completely dry before I go to bed. So that was everything that I had to talk to you guys about. Yeah, if you guys have any more questions, I guess leave them really quickly. I know Instagram likes to kick people out when they start talking about how they're gonna go. But again, I'll post the results for you guys on my page, and I really, really appreciated you hanging out with me. Yeah, it feels puffy. I can feel that it's puffy, but as long as it's moisturized, that's fine, because that may be volume, you know what I mean? So I put a little bit more product on it and it felt a little bit better. So I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all know if this comes out good or not. We both gonna see. So yeah, thank you guys so much. It was very fun hanging out with you, and I'll see you guys in my next post. Do you link check? Did you do a link check as yet? I have one of my Instagram stories where I just kind of pulled my hair down. I don't measure my hair, but I do kind of look and see where it falls every once in a while. So right now my longest layer is falling near my hips. So yeah, I learned a few tips today. That's good. That's the whole point. I'm glad. Oh no, you can watch the replay. I'm gonna make sure that I post the replay. So if you missed anything, you can just go back and watch it again. But also make sure you sign up for curl coaching if you guys want to work with me one-on-one. The link is in my bio. So I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Have a wonderful Saturday.